Hey there nation, and welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate, and welcome to the episode of Way of the Underhells. This series is dedicated to helping brand new players to Necromunda build their starting rosters and learn more about the game mechanics of their favorite gang. And on today's episode, we will discuss playing a Genestealer cult in the new Hive Secundus Campaign Setting. We'll discuss the unique challenges of playing in the Underhells Campaign, the challenges faced by players in the Underhells, the benefits of Underhells Allegiances, and provide two starting rosters that you can use in your very first campaign. And of course, we also provide insights on campaign development. Now, because this video will be a little bit more of a deeper dive, I would put timestamps in the description box down below so that we can click and navigate to the part of the video that interests you the most. So that being said, let's talk about playing Genestealer cults in the Underhells. Alright, so the first thing you have to worry about, of course, is some of the ways that the Underhells campaign differs than most other campaigns, especially like Ashways campaigns or like Underhive campaigns as well for Dominion campaigns. In Underhells campaign, one of the biggest challenges you have as a player is the visibility challenges, because depending on what depth of the Underhells you're playing in Hive Secundus, your visibility can go from anywhere between 18 to 9 inches. So because of that, you don't have really long-range shooting capabilities because of that. Not to mention the trading post as well as recruitment will also be challenging regardless of which side of the allegiances you take in this campaign setting. Not to mention insanity conditions are also a huge problem for a lot of players in this setting. You have to do a lot of willpower tests. Not so much of an issue for Genestealer cultists, but for most other gangs though, they're really going to struggle with that. And at the same time, you also have to worry about roaming horrors, and this takes in the forms of NPCs that you have to fight from the Malstrain legions as well. So other unique challenges for players that because of the visibility conditions involved, you'll need to want to purchase things like photo goggles, infrasights, etc. so that way you can actually shoot at your targets from longer distances as well. At the same time, flares, which is oddly enough a much slept upon type of piece of equipment you can get for your players, is actually going to be quite invaluable for this one because they are the cheapest options when it comes to actually getting visibility aids, because they act like grenades but they illuminate the battlefield, and they only cost 20 credits a piece as well. And like I said before, willpower is more important than ever before in this campaign setting because insanity is a condition, and like I mentioned before, Genestealer cults do not really have a problem with willpower. In fact, it's one of their benefits of being that gang, but we'll talk about that when we speak about Genestealer specifically. At the same time, training recruitment is going to be a problem regardless of who you are. Now, one of the big choices you have to make when you decide to do an Underhells campaign is decide what allegiance you want to take. Whether you want to do the Archeo-Hunters, which are the players coming into the Underhells in order to steal valuables and bring it back, or the Malstrain legions, which means you're kind of like part of the background. You're part of the groups that live in this area that causes problems for explorers coming in. Now, the reason why you need to decide which one you want to choose, because depending on what allegiance you choose, it talks about what benefit you get for your gang. If you decide to be an Archeo-Hunter, you can take an Abyssal Ferryman team, which is an alliance that you can take that consists of some pretty powerful fighters as well as a custom rig vehicle, and you get that for free. If you decide to be an Malstrain allegiance instead, you get 400 credits to add to your gang in order to get mounted fighters, vehicles, that sort of thing as well. Now, depending on which side you take, the madness rules will actually have the most difference between the groups, and that's because for Abyssal Ferryman team, they're a little bit more for members who are Archeo-Hunters, they're a little bit more prone to actually failing those insanity tests the deeper you go, whereas Malstrain, they're perfectly fine. But regardless of which side you take, both will suffer from trade as well as recruitment problems. So let's talk about Genestealer cults specifically in Hive Secundus. So you're not Malstrain Genestealer cults, you are the OG Genestealer cults from the Book of Ruin, and you're basically going into Hive Secundus to see what is going on with the situation taking place there. Now, the nice thing about this list, of course, that the list I put together has a good balance of shooting as well as combat, because Genestealer cults are really good at doing either one of those. At the same time, they also have some really good access to skills with ferocity and cunning, so because of that, they're quite deadly. And like I mentioned before, willpower is not going to be a problem for you whatsoever. Most of your fighters have really excellent willpower characteristics, so insanity is never going to be a problem for you because you're going to be perfectly fine, because let's face it, you're already facing eldritch alien horrors already in your group, so facing more of it's not going to be a big of a problem for you. Now, the two lists I created for this one, I like to call the Red Faction. I like using this name for the Genestealer cults because it kind of reminds me of the old PlayStation 2 game Red Faction, which is about a group of miners living on Mars or rising up against the Overseer as well as the corporation that's controlling their lives. And I thought that kind of overall fit in the narrative of what a Genestealer cult also does as well. Now, because of the way I wrote these lists, it's a good balanced gameplay between shooting as well as close quarters battles. So you'll be able to do close combat, short range shooting, medium range shooting, even long range shooting at quite well at that. that. And because of that, the way I kind of created this list is a little bit of a smaller gang, but it's a little bit more of an elite strike force that's really hard hitting as well. Not to mention, you have lots of different shooting options available in this list that I created, and you also have a lot of close combat options as well that you can use for yourself. So that being said, let's go on and talk about a roster. This is going to be the red faction. This is the Archeo-Hunters list. It's going to be rated at 1,250 credits. The reason why I decided to build it at 1250 is because I'm starting to see a lot of chatter on the internet. A lot of people are actually using that 1250 for a lot of the Underhells campaign. So I decided to kind of adjust this in order to reflect that interest I'm seeing on the internet. And of course, if you want to, you can of course take off things if you want to drop it down to the even 1000. Alright, so first of all, we gotta talk about your leader. We're gonna take a character named Mordecai Black, and this guy's gonna be a Cult Alpha. And the reason why I decided to go with the Cult Alpha on this one is because you wanted someone that's really good at close quarters battle, as well as combat, as well as shooting. I mean, don't get me wrong, psychic powers are quite nice with a Cult Adept, but I was going more of a combat focus with this list. And this guy's gonna cost you 320 credits. He's gonna be quite expensive, but he's well worth it. So first of all, it comes with a hazard suit automatically, which gives you a 6-up armor save. But at the same time, though, that hazard suit will also give you immunity to blaze, as well as radiphage. If you want to make this guy even more survivable, give him some respirator, and then give him +2 to his toughness against gas attacks. This guy can be very survivable in the right circumstances. As for his shooting attack, I gave him a web gun, and the reason why is because web guns are amazing. You can get that template that automatically hits. It hits just strength 5. There's no armor save. It's silent, and it can put your enemies out of action very easily. What more could you want from a weapon? And we're also giving this guy a chainsword as well for close combat, so that way you can also get +1 to hit in close combat. You can also parry an opponent's attacks. Plus, chainsword is good general close combat weapons overall. We're also spending 25 credits when I get this guy a Psychic Familiar, so that way if you take a willpower test with your Psychic Familiar, you can ignore getting hit by attacks. So a really, really powerful ability to have for your leader. And this guy automatically comes with extra arm already, which gives him additional close combat attack. It also gives him the ability to carry unwieldy weapons very easily, because he's got that 3rd arm as well. And we're giving this character the hip shooting skill, so that way you can move twice and then open fire with your web gun. Now traditionally under hip shooting, you do -1 to your ballista skill, but since this is a template weapon, it automatically hits anyways. So this guy can do it all. He can rush in, blast people with web guns, engage them in close combat with his extra arm as well as his chainsword. He's got a Psychic Familiar, make it a little more survivable. This guy is the Pwn. So let's move on to the gang's champions. We have Xandus the Flayer, which is a hybrid acolyte costing 200 credits. And this character's got a hazard suit for, once again, that 6-up armor save, also immunity to blaze as well as to radiphage. He's also packing a hand flamer because hand flamers are great. They're strength 3. They set your opponents on fire. What's not to love about them? And we're giving this guy a shock whip as well, because shock whips are great as well with versatile attacks. He also gets shock, gets +1 to your strength, a really powerful close combat weapon. And we're also giving this character a cult icon as well, so that way he gets 2 group activations instead of just 1. So instead of just activating 1 fire like normal, you can do 2. And we're giving this character Nerves of Steel skill, so that way if he does get hit, he can take a cool test and escape hitting, which he's going to be able to do because he is a hybrid acolyte. After that, we have Holland the Shipbreaker, which is going to be another one of your acolytes costing 270 credits. This character's got a hazard suit for the 6-up armor save. He's also got immunity to radiphage as well as blaze. We're giving this character Seismic Cannon, and there's a couple of reasons why we're doing this. And the reason why is because you got multiple modes of fire that you can use for the Seismic Cannon. Plus, if you fight anybody who's mounted on a vehicle, it also causes handling tests because of the concussion blast from the Seismic Cannon as well. Plus, it's also a pretty powerful shooting attack. We're also giving this character an extra arm as well upgrade, so that way they can carry this weapon without having to use a dispenser, and also gives you additional close combat attack as well. And we're giving this character the Overwatch skill, so that way you can interrupt enemy activations by firing your Seismic Cannon, which could be all kinds of fun for you and be horrible for your opponent. Now going to the rest of your fighters, we have Zyban Black, which is an aberrant, so it costs 155 credits. This character's got a hazard suit as well as a chainsword and a shock whip. This guy is striking at strength 5 already, so because of that, that's a strength 5 attack with chainsword. He also has parry that he can use to defend himself. Plus that shock whip also transfers that high strength attack to a versatile trait, which makes it really powerful as well. And he also automatically comes with the unstoppable skill on top of that, making him just a little bit more survivable. After that, we have Isak Black, which is another neophyte hybrid specialist. This guy's going to cost 110 credits. He's got a hazard suit for that 6-up armor save. He's also got a grenade launcher with frag and crack grenades, as well as an auto pistol for a backup weapon. And we're also giving this guy the specialist skill as well, so that way he can pick his own advancements as time goes on. The grenade launcher, of course, is a wonderful general purpose weapon with that 3-inch blast template with frag attacks. You could also up to the crack grenade for higher strength attacks against higher toughness enemies or enemy vehicles. So there's another great versatile weapon that you can use for your gang. Next we have Midrax of Innsmouth, which is a neophyte hybrid costing 60 credits. Pretty basic, just get him a hazard suit as well as an autogun because you want that rapid fire ability to shoot at medium to long range. We also have Rouse, which is another neophyte hybrid costing 60 credit, are equipped with a hazard suit as well as a last gun so that we can do that longer range shooting. And then we have Zadok Allen, which is a neophyte hybrid costing 75 credits. He's got a hazard suit as well as a shotgun with solid and scatter ammo. We went kind of list with these guys because we wanted to concentrate more on your aberrants, your specialists, as well as your champions and your leader. But, you know, these guys can level up pretty quickly and get some pretty good equipment for themselves as well. So let's talk about your Abyssal Ferryman team. So you can choose the enclave of your choice. Personally, for me, I think the best ones to choose are either the Tinkerers or the Survivor enclaves. The Survivor enclaves are great because you can make a free medical escort mission, which is always good. And Tinker is also nice because you can also get weapons and equipment for your gang because trading post options are kind of rough, but the Tinker's enclave allow you to access that pretty simply. So just choose whatever one, of course, suits your play style. Now for this Abyssal Ferryman team, we're going to have Lycean Thrall leaving them. There's a Ferryman Skipper with movement 5, 4+ weapon skill, 3+ blizzard skill, 3 strength and toughness, 2 wounds, 2 initiative, initiative at 6+, 3 attacks, leadership 7, 6 cool, 7 willpower as well as 7 intelligence. Now for this character, we're giving them a mesh armor as well as armor undersuit so that they got a 4-up armor save, and we're equipping them with a combo pistol, which would be a combination of auto pistol as well as hand flamer so that we can set people on fire as well as shoot, and a power sword because why not? And this guy will have the fast shot ability so that we can fire that hand flamer twice if they need to in shooting at their enemies. Next we have Stillskin Igora, which is your Ferryman rig hand. This character's got a 4 wound allowance, 4+ weapon skill, 5+ blizzard skill, 5 strength, 4 toughness, 3 wounds. They got 6 initiative, 2 attacks, 10 leadership, 6 cool, 7 willpower as well as 9 intelligence. This character automatically comes with flak armor for 6 of armor save, and we're giving this character a combat shotgun with salvo and shredder ammo. Now granted, the blizzard skill for this character is a 5-up, but with that being said though, salvo rounds could still hit on 4-up on a close range, plus you got that shredder ammo, which is also a template attack that you could also use that also has scatter shot attached to it, which is all kinds of fun, and those automatically up as well. We're giving this character Power Maul for backup close combat weapons, so that way they're striking at strength 6 with power, which is going to be all kinds of fun. And we're giving this character hip shooting so that way they can move twice and open fire with their combat shotgun as well. And lastly, we have the Moonstalker, which is a Ferryman Steersman. This character's got a stub gun as well as a heavy foot skill so that we can ram your enemies. They come with a custom rig that's going to have tracked locomotion so that way you can go across difficult terrain. A mining laser because it's a high strength, high damage weapon that you can use against enemy vehicles or high value targets. It's also got a transport cage to protect your fighters while you're transporting them around the battlefield. They also have a nitro burner to give you that +1 to his movement allowance because we're taking tracked. And at the same time, it's also got easy turn it over engine so that way if anything stalls, you can take care of it no problem. So up next is the Malstrain Allegiance for the red faction. It's also rated at 1,250 credits. Let's go on and talk about exactly what you can expect in this list. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's exactly the same list as the Archeo-Hunter list. And the reason why is because the Archeo-Hunter list is actually really good with a lot of shooting as well as a lot of close combat. You'll be using the same gameplay mechanics between the two lists as well. The only major difference between the Malstrain Allegiance as well as the Archeo-Tech Hunters is that you will not have access to the Abyssal Ferryman team. Those guys will not be involved. However, though, you do get 400 credits to purchase vehicles as well as mounted fighters. So to make up your motor pool on this one, I decided to go with what I call the Dunwich Horror, which is a scum racer that's going to cost 240 credits. This guy is kind of basic, driving a Ridge Runner with a mining laser. And the reason why is because the mining laser is a great medium class vehicle. It's very fast, very maneuverable. Also packing mining laser makes it very dangerous. You can upgrade this vehicle as the campaign continues. And at the same time, also giving you 150 credits in order to purchase 3 Wasters dirt bikes. So that way you can put those on your other fighters who can't ride on the Ridge Runner as well. And that's going to make up the list for this one. As for your campaign development on this one, you want to make sure you purchase flares because they're both cheap and effective for visibility. They only cost 100 credits a piece as well. You can also save up to purchase photo goggles, infrared sights for your heavier shooters. So guys like armed with the mining laser, for example, or if you want to save it for guys who are armed with like the grenade launcher, for example. These are all different things you can save up those credits for in order to purchase those. In my opinion, I believe that the best way to do this is to save up for your between phases for your big purchases because the trading post restrictions do not come into effect during the downtime, and you got 2 different sets of downtime in this campaign, so that's when you really want to make your big purchase for that one as well. And like I keep on saying, you might want to go for more of a gang over a numerous gang in this campaign setting because you want to make sure they got enough equipment to survive whatever the Underhells are throwing at them. You might also want to maybe house rule getting some pure strain Genestealers for these guys if you want to as well, or you could become Malstrain Corrupted and start taking Malstrain Genestealers in your gang as well, and then narratively that would also fit. So there you guys have it. In conclusion, the Underhells campaign offers a brand new environment for you in order to bring your fighters into and actually set new set of challenges that you can also fight as well. Also, remember to watch out for those environmental effects as well as madness. That could be a huge problem as well. And you might want to make sure that you equip your gangs to be more close quarters battle oriented, because fighting up close and personal is going to be your friend in this campaign setting. And because this is an over expansive setting, keep an eye out for new content dropping soon for all the different factions and the gangs available for this setting, and because I'll be making videos about that as well. So that's good for you guys. As always, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. You guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, as well as blogger.com for all the latest greatest hobby news related to this channel. I am Commander Cheapskate. That's good to do for this video. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace out and stay classy.